What is going on, you guys? Ifbb Pro David Short here, and I'm back at it again with another training video. Today, we're gonna be working on building those pecs. So I'm gonna show you guys what I've been doing the past few weeks to really build that chest. We got a couple more weeks of off season to push and try and get a little more size on before we get ready for the pro debut. So I'm gonna show you guys, like I said, what I've been doing to kind of build up that chest. It's gonna be a lot of pressing, a lot of heavier movements. So I'll kind of go into the nitty gritty on some of those. So on that, let's roll to it, and I'll talk to you at the first exercise. Let's get it. So first exercise we got here is going to be a pec deck fly. So I know I just said that we're going to do a lot of pressing, but we're going to start here with a fly, get the shoulders warmed up before we go into some pressing. So you always want to make sure you're nice and warm before just going full blast into some movements, right? So pretty much what we're going to do here is what I like to call feeder sets, and those are pretty much just fancy words for warm-up sets. So we're going to start off with a pretty lightweight, get some weight moving, some blood flowing a little bit, and then we're gonna keep on pushing up weight until we're kind of nice and warm. So to be honest, I don't really have like a set goal here. It's as many as needed. So likely, usually what I do is I do kind of anywhere between 3 to 5 sets. Usually acclimate weight every time. Do some other things like, some static holds, some squeezes, some flexing, stuff like that. Just push blood in the muscle and make sure we're good before we go into some of our heavier presses. So we're gonna jump in here. Like I said, we're gonna bump the weight up every time, so every set. So if it starts looking harder, that's why. So we're gonna hit that for a couple sets and then we'll move on to a press. Okay, so only needed 3 kind of feeder sets into the pec deck. So went up into weight every time, did a little drop set at the end. So nothing too crazy there. Felt really good. So what I kind of want to focus on is leaving a lot more in the tank for my heavier movements, like my presses, right? So since those, I got a good pump, good blood flow, I didn't want to overkill and overtax myself on that one. So left some in the tank, and now we're on to an Arsenal Incline machine press. If you do not have this machine, most gyms will have like a hammer press incline machine, or even like a pin selected incline machine, or you can do a Smith machine incline press, or even a dumbbell incline press, or even barbell. Honestly, whatever you want to do. I just do this one because it's a little bit more steady on the shoulders, and I've just been focusing on overloading on this particular machine, so I keep it in the rotation. So starting out with 1 plate here, and then we're gonna go probably maybe 3 plates as a top set. On this one, we're only hit 2 working top sets, and then we're gonna back down set after that. So basically 2 sets of like max effort, like RPE 9, and then after that, we're gonna take a little bit of weight off and hit a back down set of 10. So gonna hit that, and then we're gonna move on to another press. So let's get it. Oh, be a bitch. Ooh, that's heavy. All right, so you guys just saw my second working set of the incline press, which was 2 1/4. I took 1 full plate off, so now we're at 1 1/4. Giving ourselves about 30 seconds, so enough to kind of like record this clip. Gonna go back into another set of pretty much failure. The goal really is to hit like 10 to 12. And if we hit 12 with this weight, next week we'll go up a little bit on the back down. So just another way to kind of push past that failure mark and really just push nutrients, blood, all that good shit to the muscle and break it down some more. So 10 and 12 here, and then we're gonna move on. Woo, all right. Well, like 12 and a half, so next week we'll go up on that. So that's it for the press. We're about to move on to another press. Okay, so went from incline press, now we're going to go to a flat press. I try and stay away from barbell bench, and then I don't even really like doing flat dumbbell bench too much. I always kind of have like a little notch on it to make it more, not incline, but just 1 notch up to kind of save the shoulders a little bit. So I love machine work for flat work, right? So this is the hammer flat press. and I have a newfound affinity for it. So I do a little bit of a different variation on this one, and that's to really kind of push up near the clavicle and try and work that upper chest. That's what we're going to be trying to do here. So the weight's not crazy on here. We have 2 plates. Normally I can do 3, 3 1/4, even 4 plates. But what we're going to do is we're going to set up really far down on the bench. So normally whenever you set up, like you'll see this bench is super long. So some people come here and they'll go here and then push up. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a wide grip. We're going to be really far down on the bench, and pretty much the handles here are going to be kind of even with the clavicle, and that way we push upwards, focus on those elbows coming together, and that way you kind of work that upper chest a little bit. So give this variation a try, but that's kind of the method behind the madness to really build up that upper shelf. That's my biggest piece of feedback that I need to work on for next year. So just kind of manipulating angles, still the same movement, still gonna work your pecs the same way that you would. We're just gonna have a little more bias towards the upper chest. So this one, went a little bit heavy over there. This one's not as heavy. So we're gonna hit 3 sets, 12 to 15 reps. Sometimes it moves a lot easier than others. Just depends on how taxing the incline press was over there. I'm feeling pretty good today though, so hopefully we can hit 3 sets of 15, if not even more, push past failure, and then hopefully, you know, keep beating the logbook and increase weight for next week. So let's get into it. Like I said, 3 sets of 15 here. Get that on video? You're still going? Is that badass? All right. All right, so I'm not gonna lie, I had to pull an audible on this one. Normally I do the cable crossover, but there's a guy using the cable crossover that I like. So we're still gonna hit a cable fly. This one is very similar to the pec deck. So, but we're gonna have our back supported through a chair. So, pretty much with the other cable cross, I like coming a little more downwards with the angle. This one's gonna be a little more flat. So I'm still gonna try and mimic that like downward angle a little bit, but it's gonna be not as drastic here. It's gonna be kind of more in between. So goal on this one is to really push yourself back in the chair. A lot of times people come here and they roll forward here. So imagine like you're trying to push this chair behind you, like you're trying to tip the machine over and then push here. So another problem that people have here is they come here and they feel the need to come straight across. So on this one, what you really want to do is you just want to reach, and naturally the arms do come together, but if you don't come and hit together, that's okay, that's totally fine. So if you come here and that's as good of a contraction as you can get and you can squeeze, like right now, like I have a lot of blood in the chest, I have a really good pump. If I come here and I can get that squeeze, that's all we need. We don't need this extra 6 inches of space. We can have elbows drift back and then push it again, okay? So, gonna really just focus on eking out a little more, you know, whatever we have left in the chest. We're gonna hit some sets here, and then we have a flat machine press to end on, and that's gonna be it. So 2 more movements. Make sure this point in the workout is where you really kind of want to push and kind of leave everything out, you know, empty your tank, right? Everything you got left, put it in the workout. So don't hold back, don't be a bitch, finish it strong. All right. A lot of blood in the chest, man. Like this is probably one of the craziest chest pumps I've had in quite some time. So we're gonna hit 2 more sets like that. Rep range is kind of the same between that 10 and 15 mark. Honestly, more concerned with just squeezing every single little bit left that you have in that chest out and making sure you end the workout on a good note. So gonna do a quick rest, hit 2 more like that, and then we're gonna move on to our last movement. We going? All right, last movements. If you guys have made it this far in the video, I need you guys to like, share, subscribe, comment, do something to help out the channel. It really does help, you know, with the algorithm and getting the engagement, and it keeps these videos being free, right? So if you guys want free content, free workouts, get to see my face more, like the video, man. Share it with a friend. tag me in something, do something. Let me know you're out there. I do appreciate it. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. So, last movement that we got going on is going to be one of my favorite chest pieces. I bought this piece for the gym just so I could use it. Completely selfish reason, I know, but it's the truth. So, I usually use this piece one of two ways. You can use it for the neutral grip or just a regular press. We've already done a good amount of pressing pronated with the incline and the hammer strength flat bench. So we're gonna use a neutral grip, work on the inner part of this chest here. So I have the seat a little more far forward. You can kind of choose the incline decline on it. So it's pretty far forward, pretty high up, and then the seat is pretty low. We're gonna hit 2 sets of 20 reps on this one, with really the second set's just gonna go till failure. So if you can hit 20 and you can keep going, you got more in the tank, empty that tank. Empty the fucking tank. I cannot preach that enough, man. Just because I'm saying like these rep ranges out there, if you can do more, always, always, always do more. So, like I said, 2 sets of 20 is the goal. That's kind of like your minimum. Try and hit more. Try and do better than me, okay? Do better than me. So, we're gonna focus on the neutral grip, pushing really far forward here, keeping the elbows in tight. Really, like I said, emptying the tank, and that's gonna be it for today.